Now once again, welcome back my dear children. Today we are going to start with our second unit of Poorvi, that is friendship, and the first chapter of unit 2, the unlikely best friends. So similarly, how we have done in other chapters, I am going to summarize this lesson in Hindi for you, but on the screen you can see the summary in English. एक समय की बात है, एक शाही हाथी था जिसका नाम गजराज था। वह राजा का पसंदीदा हाथी था, इसलिए उसे सबसे अच्छा महावत मिला और एक शाही जीवन भी मिला। लेकिन फिर भी गजराज दुखी रहता था क्योंकि उसका कोई मित्र नहीं था। उसका एकमात्र साथी उसका महावत था जो उसकी देखभाल करता था, लेकिन मित्र नहीं था। एक दिन एक कुत्ता संयोग से अस्तबल में आ गया। गजराज समझ गया कि यह थका और भूखा है। उसने उसे खाना दिया, जिसके लिए कुत्ते ने गजराज को देखा और अपनी पूंछ हिलाकर अपना आभार प्रकट किया। फिर कुत्ता खाने की ओर मुड़ा और सारा खाना खा गया। खाना खाने के बाद वह सो गया। अगली सुबह जब महावत आया, उसने आवारा कुत्ते को देखा, लेकिन उसे भगाया नहीं, क्योंकि उसने देखा कि गजराज को उसकी उपस्थिति यानी कि उसकी प्रेजेंस अच्छी लग रही थी। जब गजराज को रोज की नहाने की प्रक्रिया के लिए लाया गया तो कुत्ता भी साथ गया। उसने देखा कि गजराज तालाब में गया, अपनी लंबी सूंड में पानी भरकर अपने शरीर पर डाला। फिर गजराज ने एक और सूंड पानी की ली और कुत्ते पर छिड़क दी। कुत्ता चिल्लाया क्योंकि उसे भीगना पसंद नहीं था। महावत हंसा क्योंकि उसे यह दृश्य बहुत मजेदार लगा। तालाब से वापस आते समय गजराज ने कुत्ते को उठाकर अपनी पीठ पर बिठा लिया। कुत्ता इस सवारी का आनंद ले रहा था, तभी एक किसान वहां से गुजर रहा था। उसने कुत्ते को देखकर चिल्लाया और उसे उसके नाम बंटी से पुकारा। उसने महावत को बताया कि वह काफी समय से अपने पालतू कुत्ते की तलाश कर रहा था। फिर उसने एक रस्सी से कुत्ते को बांधा और घर ले आया। महावत ने कुछ नहीं कहा और किसान बंटी को अपने साथ ले गया। जैसे ही बंटी ने रस्सी की खींच महसूस की, उसे समझ आया कि किसान उसे ले जा रहा था। बंटी रोने लगा क्योंकि वह गजराज को छोड़ना नहीं चाहता था। गजराज भी उसका दर्द महसूस कर रहा था, लेकिन किसान और महावत इस बंधन से अनजान थे। जब दोनों जानवरों ने कई दिनों तक खाना नहीं खाया तो उनके मालिकों को समझ आया कि वे एक दूसरे को बहुत याद कर रहे हैं। किसान ने बंटी की रस्सी खोल दी और उसे गजराज के पास जाने दिया। बंटी हालांकि कमजोर था, दौड़कर गजराज के पास गया। बंटी और गजराज एक दूसरे से मिलकर बेहद खुश हुए। गजराज ने बंटी को अपनी सूंड से उठाया और उसे खुशी खुशी झुला दिया। महावत दोनों के लिए खाना लाया। उसी समय किसान भी अस्तबल पहुंच गया था। बंटी का पीछा करते हुए महावत और किसान भी अच्छे मित्र बन गए। अब केवल गजराज और बंटी ही नहीं, बल्कि महावत और किसान भी एक दूसरे के अच्छे मित्र बन गए थे। नाउ वी कम टू द वर्ड मीनिंग्स। स्टेबल, दैट इज अस्तबल, जानवरों के रहने की जगह। इन स्पाइट ऑफ, यानी कि के बावजूद। इंटरेक्टेड विद, बातचीत की। केयरटेकर, देखभाल करने वाला। मंचिंग यानी चबाना। वेग्ड, पूंछ हिलाना। कन्वे, प्रकट करना या बताना। स्ट्रे, आवारा। क्रम्स, रोटी के छोटे छोटे टुकड़े। अकम्पनीड, साथ गया। प्लंजिंग, कूदना। स्प्लैश्ड, पानी छिड़कना। येल्प्ड, चिल्लाना। ऑब्जेक्शन, आपत्ति। डिसअपियर्ड, गायब हो गया। टॉस्ड, हल्के से फेंकना। रियलाइज, समझना। विंस्ड, दर्द से पीछे हटना। स्प्रैंग, उछल पड़ा, swing, झूला या झूलना. So here we are with reference to the context questions. Read the extracts given below and answer the following questions based on your reading. Now the first one, Gajraj the elephant lived in the best booth of the royal stables. The king was fond of Gajraj and he had ordered that the elephant should be well looked after. In spite of royal comforts, Gajraj was sad because he had no friends. The Mahad or elephant trainer was the only one he ever interacted with. The Mahad was a kind man who served Gajraj food and gave him a bath in the elephant pond daily. He was a good caretaker but not a friend. Now the first question, what was Gajraj's real reason for agony or sadness in the royal stables? Answer, there was lack of space, first option. The second option, he was very lonely. Option C, the Mahad did not care for him. Option D, he was unable to have good food. So the correct option is he was very lonely. Second question, who took care of Gajraj in the royal stables? Option A, the king. Option B, the farmer. Option C, the queen. Option D, the Mahad. And the correct answer is option D, the Mahad. The third question, what did the Mahad do for Gajraj every day? So option A, took him for walks in the royal gardens. Option B, gave him company in the stable. Option C, cleaned his tusks and scrubbed him clean. Option D, gave Gajraj a bath in the elephant pond daily. Option D is the correct answer, gave Gajraj a bath in the elephant pond daily. Now the fourth question, where did Gajraj live? Option A, in the best area of the royal gardens. Option B, in the best booth of the royal stables. Option C, in the allotted area inside the farmer's house. Option D, in the best booth of the royal fort. So the correct option is in the best booth of the royal stables. Now the fifth question, what was the king's attitude towards Gajraj? He was fond of Gajraj and ensured his well-being. Sixth question, why was Gajraj sad despite living in royal stables? Answer, Gajraj was sad because he had no friends to share his life with, only interacting with the Mahavad, who though kind was not a companion. Now the second RTC, I wish I had a friend I can play with, thought Gajraj. One late evening, a dog strayed into the stable. Gajraj could see that the visitor was tired and hungry. He pushed some of the food he was munching towards the dog. The visitor wagged his tail, looked up at the elephant to convey his thanks, and then turned his full attention to the food in front of him. As soon as he finished eating, he fell asleep. Now the first question, what did Gajraj notice about the dog when he first saw him? Answer, first option is the dog was angry. Option B, the dog was playful. Option C, the dog was tired and hungry. Option D, the dog was sleeping. So the correct option is the dog was tired and hungry. Now the second question, how did Gajraj react when he first met Bunty? Option A, he chased Bunty away from the stables. Option B, he did not like Bunty at all. Option C, Gajraj shared his food with Bunty. Option D, he scared Bunty and did not let him come near to him. The correct option is Gajraj shared his food with Bunty. The third question, what is the opposite of tired as used in the passage? A, energetic. B, lazy. C, exhausted. D, weary. And the correct option is Option A, that is energetic, opposite of tired. Now the fourth question, what did Gajraj wish for before the dog arrived in the stables? Option A, he wished for better food. Option B, he wished for a friend to play with. Option C, he wished to see the king. Option D, he wished to go for a walk. And option B is the correct answer. He wished for a friend to play with. Now the fifth question, why did Bunty enter the royal stables? Answer, to find shelter and food. Question number 6, how did Bunty show his gratitude to Gajraj? Answer, Bunty showed his gratitude to Gajraj by wagging his tail. The third RTC, the next morning the Mahawat found the stray dog in the stable. He did not mind the dog. He also noticed that Gajraj seemed to like the company. So, he threw some crumbs to the dog, which the animal accepted, wagging his tail. Now, the first question, what did the Mahawat find the next day? Option A, a tiny monkey. Option B, a tired donkey. C, a stray dog. Option D, a wounded lamb. And option C is the correct answer, a stray dog. Second question, what was Gajraj's reaction to the new stranger? Option A, he liked him. Option B, he despised him. Option C, he was indifferent. Option D, he wasn't sure of it. So, option A is the correct answer, that is, he liked him. Now, the third question, why did the Mahawat throw crumbs to the dog? Option A, because the dog seemed hungry. Option B, because he wanted to scare the dog away. Option C, because Gajraj liked the dog's company. Option D, because he wanted to play a trick on the dog. The correct option is option A, because the dog was hungry. Question 4, which verb is used to describe the action of tail? Option A, found. Option B, wagging. Option C, noticed. Option D, threw. And the correct option is option B, that is wagging. Now the fifth question, why did the Mahawat didn't mind the dog? Answer, the Mahawat didn't mind the dog as Gajraj seemed to like his company. Sixth question, what does the phrase wagging his tail depict? The answer is, wagging his tail depicts that the dog accepted the crumbs thrown by Mahawat and showed his happiness and gratitude by wagging his tail. Now we come to the fourth RTC. When the elephant went out for a bath, the dog accompanied his friend. Plunging into the water, the elephant gave himself a shower using his long trunk as the dog watched. The elephant took a trunkful of water and playfully splashed the water on his friend. The dog yelped for he hated taking showers. The Mahawat laughed. On their way home, the elephant picked up the dog with his trunk and placed him on his back. The dog was delighted to get a ride. Now the first question, how did Gajraj and Bunty bond during their time together? Option A, by fighting over food. Option B, by hiding from the king. Option C, by running away from the Mahawat. And option D, by taking baths together. And the correct option is option D, by taking baths together. Now the second question, what was the dog's reaction when the elephant went out for a bath? Option A, the dog stayed behind in the stable. Option B, the dog followed the elephant to the bath. Option C, the dog ran away from the stable. Option D, the dog barked at the elephant. And B option is correct, the dog followed the elephant to the bath. Now the third question, why did the dog yelp when the elephant splashed water on him? Option A, he was excited. Option B, he was surprised. Option C, he enjoyed the shower. And option D, he hated taking showers. And the correct option is option D, he hated taking showers. Now the fourth question, complete the analogy. Elephant goes with trunk. Now dog, what is there for the dog? Option A, tail. Option B, paw. Option C, snout. And option D, ear. And the correct option is option C, snout. Now the fifth question, why did the Mahout laugh? Answer, the Mahout laughed when the dog yelped as he hated taking showers. Now the sixth question, what made the dog feel delightful? Answer, the dog was delighted to take a ride on elephant's back. Now we come to the very short question answers which we are going to answer in around 10 to 15 words. First question, how did Bunty go back home with Gajraj? Answer, on their way home, Gajraj picked up the dog with his trunk and placed him on his back. Second question, how did Bunty react to the ride? Answer, the dog was delighted to get a ride. Now the third question, what did the farmer do when he realized that Bunty missed Gajraj? Answer, the farmer removed Bunty's rope, allowing him to return to Gajraj and followed him to the stable. Now the fourth question, what did the Mahout do after seeing the dog and the elephant together? The answer is, the Mahout quickly brought food for both of them. The fifth question, what did the Mahout say about the farmer and himself? Answer, the Mahout said that he had found himself a friend in the farmer. Question number 6, how did the Mahout react to finding the stray dog in the stables? Answer, the Mahout did not mind the dog's presence and even threw some crumbs to him. Now question 7, how did Gajraj initially react to the dog's presence in the stable? Answer, Gajraj pushed some of his food towards the dog to offer him hospitality. Question 8, what did the farmer do when he realized Bunty missed Gajraj? Answer, the farmer removed Bunty's rope, allowing him to return to Gajraj and followed him to the stable. Question number 9, what was the resolution at the end of the story? Answer, at the end of the story, the dog and the elephant were reunited, happily eating together due to the compassion shown by the farmer and the Mahout. Question number 10, how did the elephant enjoy his bath? Answer, plunging into the water, the elephant gave himself a shower using his long trunk as the dog watched. The elephant took a trunkful of water and playfully splashed the water on his friend. Now we come to the short question answers which we are going to answer in 25 to 30 words. The first question, why was Gajraj sad in spite of royal comforts? Answer, Gajraj was sad in spite of royal comforts because he had no friends. The Mahout or elephant trainer was the only one he ever interacted with. He was a good caretaker but not a friend. Now the second question, how do we come to know that the king was fond of Gajraj? Answer, Gajraj, the elephant, lived in the best booth of the royal stables. The king had ordered that the elephant should be well looked after. There was a Mahout who served Gajraj food and gave him a bath in the elephant pond daily. Third question, what did Gajraj notice one evening? What did he do? Answer, one evening Gajraj noticed a dog who strayed into the stable. The dog was tired and hungry. Gajraj pushed some of the food he was munching towards the dog, to which he started wagging his tail and conveyed his thanks by looking at him. Now the fourth question, share some instances where we notice that Gajraj and the dog enjoyed each other's company. The answer is, Gajraj liked the company of the dog. When he gave himself a shower using his long trunk, the dog watched and Gajraj took a trunkful of water and playfully splashed the water on his friend. On their way home, the elephant picked up the dog with his trunk and placed on his back, and the dog was delighted to get a ride. Question number 5. How were the two friends separated? Answer, one day when Gajraj placed the dog on his back, a farmer passing by saw the dog, Bunty, and recognized his dog. He told the Mahout about his lost dog, whom he was looking for. The Mahout handed over the dog to the farmer and This way, the two friends were separated. Question number 6. What was the reaction of Gajraj and the dog Bunty when they got separated? Answer. When the two friends separated, neither the Mahawat nor the farmer noticed the tears in their eyes. But the next day when the Mahawat served Gajraj his favorite food, the food remained untouched. The dog's reaction was also the same. He had also not touched the food ever since he was brought home. Question number 7. How did the dog Bunty and Gajraj react when the farmer released him? Answer. After the farmer released the dog, Bunty, though weak, sprang to his feet. He licked the farmer's hand once and then ran. He stopped only when he arrived at the stable. The elephant picked up the dog with his trunk and gave him a joyous swing. Now the question number 8. How do we come to know that the farmer and the Mahawat were kind men? Answer. When the farmer realized that Bunty was missing his friend Gajraj, he released him, and when both the friends met, the Mahawat was relieved and quickly brought food for both of them. The two of them, the Mahawat and the farmer, watched them with satisfaction, which showed their kindness and love for them. Now we come to the long question answers, which we are going to answer in about 100 words. And our first question is, describe the bond that formed between Gajraj and the stray dog. How did their friendship affect their well-being? Answer. Gajraj, the elephant who strayed in the king's stable, shared a wonderful bond with the stray dog Bunty. As time went on, both of them started bonding with each other, which developed into a deep friendship, so much that when Bunty's owner found his lost pet and took him back home, Gajraj and Bunty stopped having food. Gajraj's lonely life changed when Bunty gave him company. The very fact that Bunty was away from him just made him so sad that he missed his dear friend and stopped having food. On the other hand, Bunty also did not touch a morsel of food, making their respective owners reunite them back with each other. Now the second question, analyze the role of the Mahawat and the farmer in supporting the friendship between Gajraj and Bunty. What does their behavior tell us about empathy and understanding? And the answer is, the Mahawat and the farmer played crucial role in supporting Gajraj and Bunty's friendship. The Mahawat saw that Gajraj was in a deep state of sadness and had stopped eating food. On the other hand, Bunty's master saw that Bunty had stopped having food, which made both of them realize that these two friends had stopped having food because they missed each other's company. This very realization made the Mahawat and the farmer reunite the two, celebrating the special bond of friendship. Now, the third question, how does the story of Gajraj and Bunty illustrate the theme of friendship transcending species boundaries? Provide example from the story to support your answer. And the answer is, the story of Gajraj and Bunty illustrates the theme of friendship transcending boundaries with care, enjoying each other's company. Despite being an elephant and a dog, they formed a close bond. Gajraj shared his food with the stray dog and Bunty accompanied Gajraj in his daily routine. Their deep agony during separation and joy at their reunion portrays the depth of their friendship. The Mahawat and the farmer recognized and supported this bond, further emphasizing that true friendship transcends everything. Now the fourth question, the Mahawat and the farmer are happy to see the friendship of Gajraj and Bunty. Both of them have a similar personality. Describe in your own words the similarities between the Mahawat and the farmer. And the answer is, the farmer and the Mahawat shared similar personalities. They were both very kind and empathetic in nature. The farmer was overjoyed to get his lost pet back, When he saw Bunty not having food, he was very worried. Similarly, the Mahoat became anxious when he saw the Gajraj not having food. Both of them realized that the two friends, the elephant and the dog, missed each other's company dearly, and this prompted them to take the decision of reuniting the two friends back again. Not only they helped Gajraj and Bunty unite with each other, the two owners also became friends with each other, cementing a new bond of friendship between them. Thank you so much. So that's all for now, and stay tuned for the next chapters. Thank you.